Hello, friends. It's William here again. Sorry for that. Before our live stream cut out, but we had guests who came in. I was going to continue the live while they were here and let them shop. But with the live stream cutting out, I figured that was a sign that I was supposed to, go and kind of hang out with them. So I did that. And so now we are back. And I'm trying to get my store phone is getting wild. I want to plug in my phone here. There we go. My store phone battery life is fluctuating wildly, so I had to plug it in for a little bit. But thank you again for joining me again. If you're here, please say hi. We are going to continue where we left off with the Czech glass sale, and I'm definitely not going to get done by 5 today, but as long as I get done by like 6, I can invoice from home if I need to once I get there, and we do the creative make along, and then I'll invoice in the evening when I normally would anyway. So not too pressed about that. Met some lovely people. I'm glad I actually saw them coming to the door because I had the door closed and locked, and to do the live with a note on the front, but they came from like 30 or 40 minutes away. So I was very happy that I was able to help them and chat with them, and it was nice to hang out with people. I should shut and lock the door and do a live from the store more often, because if that's what it takes to bring people into the store, I'd be like, hey, everybody out there, and they'll be like, okay, I gotta go, I got customers. That'd get a little tiring though for everyone though, wouldn't it? But it's funny because I've been sitting here all day pretty much by myself, and then when I start the live, I get customers. So that's usually how things work though. But I'm glad they came in, and I hope they come back. And they said they live a little bit further away, but they're gonna start watching our lives and hang out with us, and that's cool. So hopefully we'll meet some new friends from the area who are gonna watch our lives. She makes bookmarks mostly, but she's interested in getting into making bracelets and jewelry too. So that was really nice. I like it when people come in. I love talking to people. I love educating people about the beads because not a lot of people realize that beads come from all over the world, right? Beads are, they're one of the first markers of civilization. There are people who've adorned themselves with them. They are used for currency. And it's wild to me that civilizations that had no contact with one another all decided to kind of do these kind of same things, right? They started making these beads. It's just so wild, I think. And it shows, I think, in a lot of ways how we're all connected. And what I really love is that when you start to learn about the beads and where they come from and how they're made, the allegory part of our name, it takes on even a bigger meaning. We have the definition of story, poem, or image that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning. We actually have that posted over there all the time, because we get a lot of people like, what does allegory mean? What does a lot of people probably heard allegory in high school in their life, and then that was it. So I think I love the idea that when people pick something, they are telling a story about themselves. So when you pick a bead from Africa, or you pick a bead like Roman glass, or whatever you pick out, you are not only telling a story through the people who made that, through the civilizations that made that, but you're also telling your personal part of your story. Why you're picking that. Maybe you like the color red. Maybe you have an affinity for, African things. Maybe, so there's all of this that goes into making things. It goes much deeper, and it's much more multi-layered than a lot of people think about. And maybe when you're buying beads, you don't even think much about that. I know some people do, some people don't. Some people just buy beads because they know it'll put something together. They'll make something really pretty with them. Or really interesting with them, or, but everything that you decide to pick out says something about you in multiple ways, whether it's your personal preferences, whether it's the cultures you decide to use, and that energy that's imbued in those beads from those cultures. It's such an interesting thing. And when I see people come into the store and we get to chatting about it, it's nice to learn a little bit about everybody and why they pick out the things they do and why they're drawn to the things they are. Donna is here. Hello, Donna. Suzanne said, just had some terrible news. A dear friend must put her very elderly cat down today. That's sad. That's always a very rough day. A very, very rough day. Yeah, sorry to hear that. So I'm not going to do a lot of talk because I did the talk earlier in part 1 of this video before my stream cut out. It just happened to cut out. I was coming back to show another and the stream cut out. So I took that as a sign from the universe to be like, talk to the people who are there. So I did that and now we're back. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to continue taking a look at some Czech glass here in the store. I prepared some in advance here now, so we'll go a little bit more quickly. And then toward the end, I'll have to start writing labels again, but I got part of the way through. So let's go ahead and flip the camera around and we'll take a look at everything. Let's see here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. All right, there we are. All right, and I'm gonna share this real quick on Facebook and the Facebook group because people may not know that we are live again unless I share it. Let's share it to our story. Let's share it to our group. All right. Maybe. Okay, there it goes. Shared. Okay. Alrighty, here we go again. Here we go again. Let's see, where were we? We were on 12. CGB 12. Let me put the banner up again on how to claim for those of you who may come in new. CGB 12, and that is these pear-shaped Czech glass beads. They were $6 a strand. I'm taking them down to $5 for you all. And we have 2 strands available. Only 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 beads on a strand. These little pear-shaped beads. And these are approximately 12 millimeters by 10. 10 by 12. 10 by 12. All right. And let's see, there we go. And we're into the more, the modern Czech glass, the contemporary Czech glass right now. We did vintage earlier. So if you missed part 1, you can check out the vintage stuff and the chat session that we had. These are Buddha head beads, Czech glass Buddha heads in the matte black with the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 beads on a strand. They were $8 for the strand. They are now $7. There's only 1 strand of these available. 1 strand available, and it is about 15 by, just about 15 by 15 millimeters. Boy, they look like, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 15 by 15. They look longer than they are wide, but it's not true. It's fake. 1 strand available, CGB 13. All right, I'm going to put 9 away. This was 9 if you missed it during the first part. These glow under a black light. These are vintage Czech glass. Only $7 a strand. And I had this here for color correction. That's right. And what did I do with my bags? With my bags. There they are. Oh, all discombobulated a little bit. But we're back. We're back again. And hopefully the stream holds out this time. I am streaming on cellular because we don't have Wi-Fi here at the store. So that's always a gamble, especially inside the building. Sometimes the building prevents the cellular signal from coming through. This was CB11. I'm surprised nobody grabbed these. CB11. CGB, sorry, CGB11. Okay, move these over. CGB12, CGB13, CGB14. These were $8.25. I'm bringing them down to $7 for you all. These are skeleton heads or skull heads. Skulls. I guess that's the word, not skull head. Skulls. Check glass skulls. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 on a strand, and they are approximately 10 by 15 millimeters. Black glossy with the gold finish for the skeleton, for the skulls. CGB 15. And these are $5, now down to $4. These are these little Scorpio beads, the scorpions. I've got 3 of these strands available, and these are rounds coming in at around 15 millimeter rounds. And they were $5, now down to $4. What a great deal on those. $4 for the scorpions, and they come in, you get the blue, the red, and kind of the amber color, some deep reds. Each strand's a little different, but you get generally those colors. We have CGB 16, and that was 10, now at 9. This is the Star of Ishtar bead. This is done in an orange, kind of a matte orange with a pink purple inset, which is really a pretty combination. I love this combination of kind of the pink with the orange. And these rounds are about 15 millimeters. And there's only 1 strand of that colorway available. All right. Then we put the pairs away. Those are 2 of those available. CGB 12. CGB 13. Hello, Marianne. Thanks for joining in. CGB 13 are the Buddha head beads. $7 for the strand of those, 1 of those available. CGB 14 are the skull beads, 1 strand of those available. Czech glass skulls, $7 for the strand. How are you, Marianne? How's life today? Thank you for hanging out in the D stash a little bit. I saw you were making some comments in there. I appreciate that. Always trying to ask questions in there to to get to know people and just have fun. CGB 17 are these ammonite. Is it an ammonite? That's something else. That's a different kind of creature. I forget what kind of creature that is. Did I write it on the tag? No, just Czech glass. But these are super cool. CGB 17. They're the gold luster on there with the Picasso edge, table cut beads, and they are about 16 millimeter beads. One strand of those available. Trilobite. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. Mary says, I got my shipment, but not opened yet. Oh, good. It arrived. That arrived pretty quick. That was good. That was good. I'm glad you got it because we shipped a different way and I wasn't sure. CGB 18. I love these. These were 7, bringing them down to 6. These are these beautiful drops. Like, look at how pretty those are. Marianne says, I might need a nap. Me too, Marianne. Me too. I did not sleep well. This is CGB 18. $6 a strand, 2 strands available. It rained pretty hard up here. It's still raining, very light rain now, which is kind of nice. I like a light rain. And then we have CGB 19 are these drops. And this has that kind of mercury finish on the outside. It's kind of a yellow-green glass with the silver mercury finish. And those were also $7 and down to $6 for you all. 2 of those available, and then they're gone. I don't have any more after that. No more after that. Okay, so these are the scorpion beads. $4 a strand only, 3 strands available. These are the Star of Ishtar beads. That's $9 a strand, 1 strand of that color available. Let's move the trilobites down. Let's move these down. Let's move these down. And what else did I pick out here? CGB 20. Hello, Susan. Thank you for joining in. We're back. We're back. We started earlier and then we had to take a pause because my stream cut out and I had some customers in the store, which was nice. And then now we're back. These were $6.50. I'm bringing them down to $5.50 for the Czech glass. This is modern Czech glass. These are contemporary ones. The vintage ones were in part 1 of this video. And these are cool, cool, cool. I love this shape. And these are approximately about 14 millimeters. I don't think I did these in size, did I? So these are approximately 9 or 8 by 20. 8 by 20. And then 21. These were $10 and bring them down to 9 for y'all. Susan says Czech glass is cool regardless of age. Yes, it is. Some of the older ones are just so funky and fun. Like we had ones that looked like African glass earlier. I think they're so cool. These are these little Hamsa hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on there. 12 beads on there. They were $10. Now down to $9. I've got 2 strands of those available in that color, that beautiful pink with the AB metallic on them. I just love that kind of caricature of a hand, right? It's like the pinky is the same size as the thumb on those. You know, it's all right. That works. I just love that. I think it's so whimsical. CGB 17. Those are the trilobites, and those are $10. Only one strand of those available. CGB 18. These beautiful drops. So cool. And those are $6 only. These are some old prices in some of these, y'all. These are some of the first, some of these are some of the first beads we ever put labels on in the store. They're like 2,000 and 3,000 numbers. Now we're in like the 6,000 or 7,000 number range. And these are the beautiful drops here in this kind of light green with a mercury silver finish. We've got 2 of those available, $6 a strand. Okay. CGB 22 was 10, now 9 are these are the laser etched ones, these dagger beads or feather beads. And as you can see, those were 10, now down to 9 for all of you. A little bit of a discount on everything today, even though this is store stock. This is also giving you a little idea of what we have in the store if you're in the Johnstown area and want to come up. This is some of our store stock, so you can see things like this every day. Well, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. These are about 15 millimeters by 5. 15 by 5 millimeter beads. And that's CGB 22. And I know I'm going a little fast, but that's because I'm trying to finish so I have time to get home for the Creative Make-Along tonight. Creative Make-Along is happening, and I hope you'll join me. We've sold one of 10 and one of 20. Thank you so much. This is CGB 23. These are more of the dagger shape. These are a little bit more pointy than the last ones, but they've got this cool kind of peacock feather design on them. And I love this color, this kind of burnt orange. And so these were 10 as well, and they are now 9 for the strand. I hope some of you can make it to the Creative Make-Along. We'll see. I didn't get to publicize about it today because I've been rushing around from the moment I got up doing stuff. So it's been quite the day. And this is CGB 24. We just sold a CGB 13. Thank you so much. Those were the Buddha heads. Thank you, thank you. This is 24. Are these daggers again? This time in like a brick wall kind of look. And they also have kind of like a red, deep red. It is like a brick color. Super cool. $9 for those. All right, so 20 is sold. That one is sold. Thank you so much. $21, Hamsa hands. They're $9 a strand, 2 of them available. Move these down. And thank you again all for your support. Really, really appreciate it. As Andrew's not here, sometimes I'm left with, as much as I can do by myself. I don't always have the different ideas and some of the extra things that Andrew produces. So I really appreciate all of your support on these lives to help keep things going while he's been away and will continue to be away for some time. It helps relieve my anxiety a little bit when I do, when y'all do purchase from us on these and I make some sales. It helps a lot. And this is CGB 25, $5 for these. These are these little pear. These are some of my favorites too. These green pears with the gold. There's only 1 strand of these left. This is the last strand that I have of these. CGB 25. And again, these pears are about, let's see here. They are about 8 millimeters by about 12 or 10 or 12. 1 strand of those available. CGB 26. I've got 2 strands of these beautiful leaves. These would be great going into fall. They were $6. I'm taking them down to $5 for you all. 2 of them available. Beautiful leaves for fall. Weird to think about fall, but I'm ready for it. I think a lot of other people are ready for it too. Susan says, Suzanne, I'm so sorry. Healing vibes to your friend. I know, it's so sad. I don't even like to think about it. Such a sad thing. Such a hard decision to make too. We sold the pears. Thank you so much. This is 12 millimeter leaves by approximately 12 by 12. 12 by 12. 2 of those available. $5 each. Let me take these away because they have sold. Thank you, thank you. Oops, somebody tried to get 25 again. Sorry, they're already gone. Lots of others available. And these are going to be one of the, I think these are going to be one of the hot tickets of the night. We'll see. These are only $4. They were $4.50. These are old. You can tell these are old prices. Look, that's a 2000 number. We are, like I said, up to like 6,000 now. So these are old, and these are English cut. Beautiful English cut. When we got these, they were $4.50 a strand. Can you imagine? I don't even know what they are now. It's been a while since we've gotten an English cut in, but and back then that was one of the more expensive strands back then. But this is CGB 27. This is the English cut, and these beads are approximately 10 millimeters, 10, 11 millimeters. And I've got 2 of these strands available in this beautiful burgundy color, garnety color. $4 per strand only. I couldn't go down to $3.50 on that. They were $4.50. I went down to $4. That's all I could do on those. Oops, as I knock this. One of those has sold. Thank you so much. Susan said, this is my husband's birthday weekend, doing a movie night, but may pop into the make-along. Awesome. That'd be nice if you can pop in. I saw on the D-Stash you said it was his birthday. It's Saturday, right? Tomorrow? Because I think Harry's is Sunday. Harry's birthday is Sunday, and your husband's is Saturday. I was talking about that in the first portion. We have a lot of birthdays this weekend. All right, these little rounds, which I think could look really nice with those, right? These little disc, check glass, I don't see check glass beads like this very often in this kind of disc shape. You get the strand for $3. I did take that all the way down to $3 for that strand. There are 5 of these available. I have a number of these. These are 6mm discs. You get a bunch of them on the strand. It's like it's a 4 or 5 inch strand. We just sold the other 27, so that is sold out. Thank you so much. Says yes, his birthday is tomorrow. Nice. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to the mister. Are you doing anything for the weekend for his birthday, or just doing a movie night tonight? Sometimes people like low-key birthdays. I kind of like to do my birthday up a little bit. We sold one of the 28s. We have 4 of them still left. All right, I think I'm back into where I need to pull stuff now. I had those all bagged up. Now I got to pull some more. So let me grab some of my trays. And let's see what I want to pick. I'll pick today. Okay, let me take a drink here real quick. Oh, we sold another 28. Thank you so much. Ooh. I love these. Let's see, these would be CGB 29. And they were $4.50. I can't go to $3.50, but I'll go to 4. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are very different. I have 5 of them available. People really loved these when we first got them. I haven't shown them much before. He sold another 28. Thank you so much. There's 2 of them left now. Well, he has selected a bunch of movies to binge on, and we will pick up a pizza and have ice cream. Ice cream is a rare treat for me. Nice. That's awesome. So we have these kind of faceted Heishi Czech glass beads. You don't really see Czech glass a lot like this. These are beautiful faceted beads. Each strand's a little different. They're not the same, but these ones have generally these colors on them. And these are really nice to use as spacers to add a little bit of bling, a little bit of color. And I've got 5 of those strands available. CGB 29, only $4 a strand. All right, let me pick some of these up here. 22, nobody wants those daggers, laser etched goodies. Let's see, and then we have 23. 23 are those. One more time, only 1 of those each available. And then I'm going to take one more away to finish these daggers up, and then I'll move some over. We've sold another of the 28s. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 of the 28s left. And we've sold 1 of the 29s. Thank you. We have this one. This is 24. 1 of those. And then let's move 26. 28. There's still 1 of those. And 29. And let's see if we're going to put that there. Getting myself reorganized here a little bit. And then CGB 30. And I have another fun mix if you like these. They were $4.50, doing $4 on them. Only 2 of these ones available. CGB 30 are these. Got a lot of the rainbow colors in there, right? Lots of good colors in there. I didn't tell you how wide these are either. These are 6 millimeters. 6mm strands, and they are nice, pretty long strands. They are 7-inch strands. 7-inch strands, and they are 6 by about 3. 6 by 3? 1, 2, 3. I'm squinting with one eye. 6 by 3. I don't have my caliper here. 2 strands of those available. CGB, $34 each. Just sold one of the 30s. Thank you so much. And let's see, sold one of the 28s. That's the last 28. Let me put that away so everybody knows it is sold out now. Thank you so much. The 28s are sold out. Okay, let's move this down, move this down, move this down, move that down. All right. And CGB 31. I have another one of these Heishis. Only 2 of them available as well. CGB 31. And this time it's in this colorway. The goldens with the reds and the greens and the oranges and so many colors. Hey, Sandra. Thanks for joining us. So we have these. These are approximately 6mm by 3mm faceted Heishis. There we go. And so there are 2 strands of those available. CGB 31. We just sold one of the 29s. Thank you so much. I think we're down to 3 of those left. And let's do one more of these. CGB 32. They were $4.50, doing $4 on them, and I have 3 of this colorway. Just sold another one of the 29s. Thank you so much. And here is 32. This time in these kind of amethyst, lavender amethyst colors with the orange. Love, love, love these. A little bit of peachy pink thrown in there as well. And there are 3 strands of those available. Again, these are pretty long strands. What did I say? About 7-inch strands. Sandra says, I sent a message earlier. Do you happen to know if the green 4-leaf clover pendants are? I think so. I believe they are. I haven't had a chance to check yet. I haven't gotten to my email much today. But I think they are. All right. Okay. So that is CGB 29, 30, 31, and 32 in this Heishi, the faceted Heishi style. And let's see here. Just sold one of the 32s. Thank you. One of the 31s. Oh, we sold all of the 32s. The 32s are now sold out. Thank you so much. Let me put that away so people know those are gone. We still have one of the 31s, if anybody's interested. We have one of the 30s. Oh, the 31 has just sold out. Thank you. Whoa! That's the first time I dropped something today, I think. I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. Okay, let's see here. So what I say, the 31s are sold out. That's these ones. These are really fun. They're very juicy, very citrusy, very citrusy. Now, if you missed any of our other lives from this week, since we've been going at different times this week, we've had some really beautiful gemstones. I had some high-end quartz. We had some, I just put some nice beryl, aquamarine, and that kind of stuff. Beryl strands, hand-carved leaves in the D-stash group. So those are available. We've had a lot of good things. We've had a lot of black spinel on the lives lately. So the black spinel on the lives. So lots and lots and lots of good stuff. So feel free to take a rewatch if you've not seen the lives from this week. Oh, I have one more of these. Let me do this strand because these are nice. You seem to be liking these. This is a different colorway. 33 is this one with some of the browns and blues and greens and kind of like a lavender purple, lavender amethyst. Really pretty. 2 of those available, $4 each. And let me see, is 30 sold out yet? No, 30 still has one available. So this one, there's still one of these available. 29, we have 1, 2, 3 sold of 29. So there's 2 of these available yet. We've just sold one of the 33s, so there's only one of these available. So one of these and one of these each, if you're interested in those. CGB34. Hello, Amanda. Thank you for joining us this afternoon here at the store. Suzanne says, I have 33. Very nice. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. They're very different. Czech glass, right? Okay. Let's see here. I know some of y'all like bees, right? I love the bees. Who doesn't love bees? Beautiful and colorful bees, says Amanda, aren't they? Beautiful Czech glass. Czech glass comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors and styles, right? Okay, this is a really good price for these. They were $8, which is an old price. And I'm taking them down to 7. This is a whole strand of Czech glass bee coins. This beautiful turquoise blue with the gold. And these bees are approximately just about 14 millimeters, 14, 15 millimeters. And these are big strands. These are 8-inch strands. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 bees on the strand. Nice bee. Aren't they cool? And those are $7 a strand, CGB 34. Doing little sale discount prices for you today. We don't usually have sales in the store that often, so this is kind of an extra special treat for thanking you all for, you know, hanging out with me all week and dealing with the different times that we've been going and all the stuff that's been happening. I really do appreciate it. All right, how about these? These are really cool. I have a lot of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 of these. They were $5. I'm going to bring them down to $4. I have 11 of these available. And these are these beautiful red flowers. And you can see what they look like on the ends. But they're like kind of like flower spacer beads if you want to, or you could, you know, stick a head pin through there and make them into like drop earrings. You can do a lot of different things playing around with them. But cute little flower beads. Sorry, I keep hitting the camera stand here. It's a different one today. I'm not used to it. There we go. You get a bunch of those on a strand. I don't know how many. It's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, about 50. I'm going to say around 50. Ooh, around 50. Oops, I just changed the color. Let's go back to that. So these are CGB 35s. And let me pick up 26. If anybody missed these, CGB 26 are these flowers. I think they're both still available. Yeah, nobody grabbed any of the flowers, or I'm sorry, leaves. So those are both still available. Good for fall. Anybody's looking. These back in the right order. And then 29, we still have some 29 available. I think there were 2 of these still left. Let's see here, make sure I get this in the right spot. And then I think there's 1 of 30 left. Nobody's claimed that yet. So 1 of those still available. I'm really surprised by that. I thought that one would go fast. Okay, you never know. You never know. It's going to strike everyone's fancy, right? All right, let's move these over. There's 1 of 33 left. Oh, wait, did I just sell? Both of 33 have sold. So those are gone. Thank you so much. I'll put those away since they're sold. We have 34. The bees, 35, these flowers, CGB 36. It says, my smoky cat is being very chatty. I love when the cats are chatty. Barnaby is very chatty to me most of the time, and Ida Bell is very chatty. Anytime, Ida Bell loves to talk to you. She is a talker, a talker, a talker. She's a good talker. All right, how about these bicones? Aren't they lovely? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strands available. They were also 5, coming down to 4. 9 strands available. CGB 36. I just sold 1 of the 35s. Thank you so much. These are these kind of bluey pink. They're really pretty bicones. And you get, what is it, 5, 10, 15 on a strand approximately. And they are 10 millimeter bicones. 10 millimeter bicones. Let me move these up. I keep not moving things up to the top of the screen for you all. There you go. Leah says, did you see my email? I didn't. Let me check. I'll have to check through my spam harder. I've been having some real email issues the last few days. My one desktop, I think the mailboxes need to be rebuilt. So I will check for that. Sorry about that if I've been missing your email. I will definitely do a deep dive for your email. All right, this is CGB 37. Yeah, Mercury retrograde has hit me hard this year. Right on yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, things really started happening to my email. It wasn't sending emails. I tried sending emails back to people. I tried, I was having a hard time with it. Some of our friends on the live couldn't send emails yesterday either. 6, 7. I have 7 of these available. These are really cool. These are a rainbow strand of faceted rounds. These are some of my favorites too. Love, love, love these. And this is about 6mm rounds. It says, I've not gotten my order from the 24th. I'm not sure if we sent it or held it. I may have held it thinking you were going to add to it. If that wasn't what you meant me to do, I'm sorry about that. Because generally on the lives, people order multiple days in a row. So if that wasn't the case, I'm sorry. I will get it in the mail if I did. I'll check because I'm not 100% sure. I'm at the store right now and I don't have access to my shipping system here, but I will definitely check. I'm sorry if there was a confusion in that. Yeah, that could be. But I'll definitely check for you because I may have put it in the hold. Because generally I've been trying to do like about a 2-week hold is what I'm aiming for. And then we release it so that people can add without paying too much shipping. And I may have put yours in there not realizing you wanted it shipped out sooner. And then with Andrew leaving, my whole week has been a little bit messed up. So I'm a little bit behind on my dates too. So I apologize for that. But I'll definitely check for you just to make sure, because if I sent it and you haven't gotten it yet, that's a bigger problem, and we'll figure that out too. We always try and make it right for y'all as best as we can if something happens. So this is 37, and I'll check for your email. I got to see what's happening. I've been checking my spam, but depending on how your name, if it was just your email and not your name popping up, I may not have recognized your email yet. I get to know people's emails and stuff after a while, but so sorry if it didn't go the way we wanted it to go, but we'll get it out for you if we didn't. And if you do want to add to it before I do, let me know too. What do y'all want to see next? I only have a few left to do. I have some melons, some old melon strands. These, I mean, we've had them around a while, but these are pretty cool. I like these ones. Thank you for joining us again, Leah. Anyway, glad you could jump on real quick with us. I don't know if you're able to stay or not, but I appreciate that. Let's see here. These were $6. Whew, that's a good price. Down to $5, and I've got three of these strands available. All right. We have these beautiful melons. Black and white, what classic colors, right? And some of these are a little bit, some are more opaque, some have a little bit more of a, I guess, a transparency. Some are almost more gray or like a gray blue. Like, yeah, they're just really pretty. Some interesting colors in 37 Sumerian. Yeah, they really are. And I have a number of these colors in full strands too. So if you're looking for a full strand of any of these colors, let me know, I might have it. And these melons are 8mm, about 8mm melons. Only 3 of those available, $5 a strand. Let me show you all. So I have the pink, actually that should go over here. And the pink, I have the beige, I have the yellow, I have the orangey ones, and I have the blue-greens. So if you like any of those, and you'd wanted any of those in plain strands instead of the mixed rainbow strand, we have that too. And they would be $4 a strand for y'all if you want those. We just sold a 36 and another 37. Thank you so much. And another 36. Thank you so much. And a 35. Thank you so much. All right. Let me go ahead. I'm going to put the bees back. Nobody's buying any bees. I thought, I don't know. I love the bees. But you may have the bees. I know these bees. These have been out. I know a number of people have had them too. So. Sometimes we're one of the only ones that have some of this kind of stuff. We have all different Czech glass vendors. It's fun. It's fun. Fun times. Okay, and we have 35. Whoops. 35, $4 for all those flowers, like 50 flowers on a strand, something like that. Little flower spacers. Let's see, we just sold another 2 37s. Thank you so much. So we're down to, we have 2, 3, 4. I have 3 of those left. 3 of those left. Let me move these over. Thank you again all for tuning in again with me since we lost some of you during the first video. We were doing vintage Czech glass in our first video before my live stream kicked the bucket. And then I had customers in the store, so I said, like I said, I felt that was the universe telling me to just talk to the customers while they were here. So I did that and then came back. So if you missed the first video today that we did, that's on Facebook and YouTube. You should be able to rewatch that. That's vintage Czech glass. Right now we're into the modern Czech glass, but we had some nice vintage strands available as well earlier. And let's see here. I like, let's see. I like these ones and I like these ones. How about we end the show with these two? We'll see if y'all like them or not. Let's see here. These were $10 and we're gonna take them down to $9. There's only one of this strand available. Susan says, hi, I'm here a bit late. Thank you for joining us here. We're just getting to the end of video 2. Like I said, I don't know if you missed that. I was just saying we had video 1 earlier, so you can check that out before I had some customers come in. And look at this strand. Oh, oh, oh. Now those are my colors right there. It's like a bluey purple, and these are semi-transparent too. I don't know if you can see that under the light that I have here, but you can see the core on some of those when I turn them. Super duper pretty. And this strand is about 7 millimeters by 10. 7 by 10. Hey Susie, you're back. Thank you for joining us again. We're back, you're back. So 1 strand of those available. And then if you like that shape, let's see here. CGB 40. These were 7 only, and they're down to 6. I've got 2 of them available. And what did I do with them? There they are. They're these. Beautiful colors. How about that, y'all? Like that. You like that? I like that. Good colors, good time beads right there. That's CGB 40, and that is, those are $6 each only. Difference in these, different glass, different finishes. That's why one's more than the other. Somebody's asking to get a blue teal version of 36. These ones? Yeah, we can do that for you. They'd be the same price as 36. Here, if anybody wants any of those, let me just go ahead and CGB. Let's go to 41. These were 5. We'll do them for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them available. CGB 41 if you're interested. These are kind of a bluey green version with the black inset of 36, which is these ones. If you're interested in those. And of course I can't end now on 41, right? I can't just do 41. Andrew would have a fit. No, he wouldn't have a fit, but he'd be like, you ended on an even number or on an odd number. So let's find one more strand of something for y'all. One more strand to get us to 42 at least. What should I do? What should I do? How about this one? This is one strand, just one available. CGB42. And this was $9.50. I'm going to bring it down to $8.50. Just one of them available. Move this over. Move everything over. And the last one. CGB42, $8.50. Is this large Czech glass. This is pretty large for modern Czech glass, and it's kind of in this rust with this green. Kind of a rust with green. Almost like an army green, but it's slightly transparent. Translucent, I guess probably is the better word. Translucent. Faceted green rounds. They were $9.50. Now they're $8.50. Only one strand available. They are approximately 12 millimeter. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 beads on that strand. Really cool. Love those colors. And only one. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I am going to do a deep dive in my email and rebuild some of my email inboxes because apparently I am missing some emails and some of my emails aren't going out to people and it's getting messy. I don't know what's happening. I kind of am hoping they sort themselves out because sometimes it does. Because rebuilding inboxes can take a long, long time, and sometimes there are further issues that happen on my other devices when I do that. So I'm hoping not to have to do that, but we will see. We will see. Yeah, anyway, thank you all so much. Leah, I will check into your issue, and if I have not sent it yet, I can include this stuff with it. So that way you won't be charged shipping twice. If you got anything tonight or today, I keep saying tonight. And don't forget everybody, we have the Creative Make-Along tonight on Zoom. So if you want to join us on Zoom and make stuff with each other, please feel free to join me. That's going to start at 7:30 p.m. tonight on Zoom. I will put the link in the Allegory Gallery Design Challenges group on Facebook. The link is also on our blog. In the blog post about the Creative Make-Alongs. I'll also try and post it on YouTube on the YouTube posts, on our posts. And so I'll get that all going hopefully here before I leave today. And then I'll drive home and real quick get up to the office and start the Creative Make-Along with you all. I have no idea what I'm going to do for the Creative Make-Along. Possibly finish up the thing I started 2 Creative Make-Alongs ago. Was it 2 Creative Make-Alongs ago? But we'll see. Suzanne says, have a good night, everyone. Enjoy the Make-Along. I hope to. I hope people will come out and hang out with me for a little bit at least, and we'll see how it goes. We may have a lot of people. We may have nobody because I didn't get a chance to really publicize it because I actually forgot it myself until I checked. It's been a wild few weeks with Andrew being away and getting ready for Andrew to go away. I have been quite a mess a little bit. So just trying to get everything caught up and keep everything running here while he's away. When our business is only 2 of us and then it drops down to just 1 of us, everything gets, everything's a lot sometimes. But I do appreciate all the support you all give us. Thank you so much for your love, for your friendship, for your understanding. And I will be adding more things in the Andrew Thornton Project D-Stash group on Facebook over the weekend. There are some really lovely things in the D-Stash group. If you're on Facebook and you haven't checked it out, please do. It is a group you have to request to join, but if we know who you are, we'll let you in. We have beautiful rubies and sapphires he put up there, some really excellent beads from his personal stash, Ethiopian opals, some of the most beautiful Ethiopian opals that I've seen in a long time. They don't come cheap, but if you're looking for a very beautiful strand, you'll find them there. And then we have other things that I've been adding throughout the week that aren't in that price range, that are much less expensive. So lots of good variety in there right now. So check that out. You can claim under any of the pictures in the D-Stash group. Just claim mine or bin under the picture, and we will invoice you the same way we invoice you for these lives. All right, and have a great night. If you're not joining us for the make-along, if you are, have a great afternoon until I see you all over there on Zoom. All right. Thank you all so much. Have an amazing one. Bye, everybody.